So my name is Anne-Marie Imafidon. I am CEO and head Stemette at the Stemette, which is an award-winning social enterprise all about inspiring and informing and encouraging girls and young women into the STEM-related fields, so science, technology, engineering and maths. Our ethos is that we do this in a way that is free, it's fun, and there's always food. And we work with girls right from the age of 5 all the way up to 21, 22, just when they're about graduating. So I think we're necessary because, at least in this country, we have a social norm around STEM and technical things and who does them that effectively ignores the women and the girls that have done this in the past and to some extent are doing it today. So often the girls won't see these role models, whether they're real or imaginary, don't see them, so it's not something that's in their consciousness that women do. Couple that with the fact that there's almost a negative push away from influencers, so whether it's parents, whether it's teachers, whether it's their peers or what they see in the media, that actually sometimes they're told very specifically this isn't something that girls do, that it then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy effectively. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we exist and why we need to exist, just to make sure that at least those girls and young women can see that it's something they not only can be doing, but something they should be doing. And something that they're going to enjoy doing. And so with Stemette, what we try and do is almost suspend reality, for the period of that event or that workshop or, the time that the girls are with us, to say that even though normally this might not be something that you'd be seen doing, or normally you might not find yourself in a room with 50 other girls all coding or all building or creating or investigating together, when you're with us, you're going to do it, we're going to have fun, and it's going to be the most normal thing ever. So when we run our public events, whether it's our panel events or our hackathons, they come in, they meet these women, they eat with them because we've got the food there, and they're able to make this connection with a diversity of people, doing a diversity of things across the STEM industry in a really informal environment, which means that they have that positive experience with STEM. So even if they do end up in that environment where someone's saying it's not something for them or not something they can do, they still have that experience, and they can draw on that for confidence to continue on in that career or in that classroom or with that research. So our most popular events by a long way are hackathons that we run. So if you've not heard of a hackathon before, it's like you used to maybe do like jams in your parents' garage with your new guitar or ukulele or whatever instrument you had. So you'd all kind of turn up, you'd play a few chords, maybe learn a couple new ones as well. If the song or the music was any good, you'd record it and release it. If not, at least you learn a chord, right? So hackathons are basically the same thing, just with laptops or with some sort of technology or some sort of equipment, and these sell out in record time. So we're doing one actually for International Women's Day, kind of just coming up, and we released the tickets. We did a pre-sale yesterday to kind of waiting list from the last one because they are always oversubscribed, and within an hour I think we're half full. So yeah, these are by far the most popular, I think, because it's a day or 2 days over the weekend where you do get to kind of delve quite deeply and explore something with music in the background and with free food. It's kind of a no-brainer, really, yeah. So International Women's Day, the International Day of Girls and Women in Science, and Ada Lovelace Day are all really important. We don't hear the stories of women in STEM, past, present or future, often enough. And we often complain about, we'll head to schools, could be girls' schools, could be mixed schools, you'll be in their science department, see their wall display of scientists, famous scientists, they're all white, they're all male, and they're all dead. And that's a subliminal message that then carries with everybody throughout life, that that's what a scientist is and that's what they look like, and that's completely wrong. That's not the history that we have within STEM. So these days at least are nice reminders for wider society, or at least as a Twitter storm to say, these women existed and they're around you now. Let's not wait until they're dead before we either honour them or forget them.